It's about time I got back to YouTube, isn't it? Hello, Mac of Max Mac is coming to you again with another video review. Been a while from I've been gone. Well, what's the easiest way to explain this? How about show you instead of tell you? If you remember, I had my lovely basement display before. Well, it's not a basement anymore. Unfortunately, basements flood. So I have now had to move up into the dining room of the house, which is now my permanent residence, as it's a long story, but there's no way to fix it, not without pulling out the whole basement, and I don't think our landlord wants to pay for that. So here I am, and we're back again. Hopefully we'll stay on the move now, getting videos done, but of course that all depends on new things coming in. I have a few things. So we'll start off with this. This is Studio Series, I think it's 56 or 54, Megatron from the Transformers 2007 movie. Now, I know he's quite old at this point. He came out last August, September time. But I figured, I've had him sitting here for ages and I need to review him. And he's very good. He's really good figure. So why not start with him? I've had him sitting in vehicle mode, wanting to do this video for the longest time. So here we are. And as you can see, he is his thingamabob. Is supposed to be a Cybertronian jet, but let's face it, Michael Bay the design team just could not think of what really Michael Bay had planned inside his head when he said alien jet. I think he wanted some kind of xenomorph forced into the shape of a plane, because essentially that's what we got for most things in the movies. But, for what it is, it's got tail fin, you've got wings, you've got the nose at the front. You don't have his head at the front like you're supposed to. That's blotted out by this big thing. You have his arms off to the side, and the weapon storage isn't so bad. You have a peg down here in the leg that connects to this long chain. Well, it's not even a chain. They couldn't even give us that with his weapon, but anyways, we'll get on to that later. I'm slamming this for something I said I really like. Anyways, so it's very good jet mode. I love the fact that compared to the other Megatrons we've had so far, he is painted completely silver. They really went for that totally chrome look Megatron had, rather than the dull grey that we've gotten in the past. So yeah, vehicle mode, it's not so bad. It's the best of what it's meant to be. It looks like what it's meant to be, and it's nice and blocky, it's nice and hefty, nice and big. So big I can't really fit it into my background properly. That's about the best we're going to get. But yeah, so we'll move on from here to transformation. It's been a while since I've done this, so forgive me if I'm a little rusty, but I think I'll start with these on the legs. So I'm going to turn these around and fold up the feet here, which peg in here and here, and let's lift these away. And as we come around to these, we have these fins which are folding down to here. Come on, there we go. I'm going to leave them here because I know they need to rotate over the top of this. But first, this needs to fold up here, and this needs to fold here, and this, and this, and this. Aha! And then this rotates around here, I think. Is it? Oh, no, it's not. No, not just go straight in there like that. And then this comes back here and tabs into here. There we go. and then you just fold his feet out, and that's a big chunky leg done. And the second one, much the same as the first. Untab, fold, 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 fold. Clicky, clicky, click. And now he's nearly in robot mode already. So we'll come up in here, and this piece comes back. I do like how this stores. I will say that is really, really nifty. And yes, so this bit is quite tricky. You have to be bringing the arms out whilst lifting the head up and moving them all apart without getting in each other's way. These shoulders, you can see if we just come up a bit here. We'll bring it back so he's in focus. You can see this sliding bar here coming up this way. So you bring the arms back, slide them up, and this tab here is going to tab together just like that. You'll hear that little click, so we'll do that again here. We'll bring this arm around here and slide it all the way up, and come on, there we go, click it into place. And then for this, you can see there's a joint here, here, and here. So we're folding this, this, and this around here. Bring this up along his back and make sure the shoulders are lining up in these tabs in the back, and clip that all in. And I think it's all done except for his hands. And there we have Studio Series Voyager Megatron 2007 in his robot mode, and he is amazing. Now, not quite as good as the masterpiece, but I think in terms of the clear back, he is definitely much better than the masterpiece figure, which has the big protruding wings and was essentially a much bigger version of the, a much bigger, much more refined version of the 2007 Leader Class Megatron. But this one is entirely new. Now, I know there's been some complaints about the fact that this chest is just a slightly resculpted version of the Revenge of the Fallen Megatron's chest, but I still think it looks pretty cool. And he is incredibly well painted. And the one thing I loved when I first saw him, which I'll angle down to see, is just the sheer amount of detail in that face. Every tooth, every crevice, every little gear has been sculpted in fantastically. Which is why he is going to take one of the top spots in my new Studio Series video, which will be my next top 5. And I will not count in the top 5 I have already included. So articulation is quite simple. Arms come all the way around. They can come out to the side. You have 90-degree elbow rotation just above. Hands, because of transformation, can come in and out, but that's about it. They have no connection for any weapon holding other than his own weapon. No waist articulation whatsoever. His head is on a ball joint, so you can go up side to side, down, you can go all the way around, you can look all the way back up and all the way down because of this extra joint from transformation. So legs can come really far forward and really far back. doing the whole splits. They can come out to the side nearly all the way, just this little spike up in here just stops them. So we'll just bring them back down. Rotate just below the hip. You have a really good joint at the knee because of transformation. And the feet, you have wiggly toes and some side to side, but it looks really weird just taking this whole foot off. But it does allow for some dynamic Megatron-y poses. So he actually is pretty cool. Very articulate. Especially for something as bulky as this. The legs are pretty good. And I like that all the bulk folds up into the legs, much like the Vehicons from Transformers Prime range. They are still one of my favourite deluxe figures ever created. And then for his weapon, it's just a simple case of you fold his hand in and plug this into here. And now he can so it's a strangely sculpted thing. It's supposed to look like his whip, but it doesn't really. A little joint on the end so you can turn it however you wish, but that's really about it. And then he's supposed to have storage for this as well on his back somewhere. I think, didn't he? I can't remember actually. I don't know. Just keep that off to the side. Doesn't bother me much. So now for some comparisons. We will do some side-by-sides and then a group shot. So we'll have him here. And we will have his Studio Series Voyager mate, Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. I like him, but not nearly as much as this one. He's still a good figure, but some things just felt like an afterthought, like these pieces and these bits on the back that fall off all the time just by breathing on them. So we'll set him off to the side. I'm trying to get him to stand up as well is a pain in the ass. I'll bring in, so let's do this in order. We'll bring in now Dark of the Moon Voyager Megatron, who I think is better than the leader class that came out recently because he has an articulating trailer, he isn't a big hollow chest, and he can hold weapons a lot easier, although mine has the floppy arm flaw that some of them had. So set him off to the side, he's dropped his gun, I don't care. Bring in number 4, Galvatron, one of my all-time favourite Megatron movie figures. And you can see I've painted mine up a little bit just to make it look more movie accurate. I know he's a shell former, but I love it. It just looks so cool. It may be a shell former, but you take the shell aside, this is an amazing looking figure of Galvatron. And then the final one, possibly the best Voyager Megatron figure we've had so far, and that is the Last Night one. And such a shame he came from that movie, but such an amazing design of Megatron with the proton gun cannon, and he has this awesome sword as well. It looks like what's his name? Ganondorf, that's the one. Looks like Ganondorf's sword from Twilight Princess. So we'll put them into a group shot. We'll put him here, and we'll put him here, and him here. Or we're going to have to move Galvatron back here and him here. So there we go. All 5 movie Megatrons. And of the lot, I'd have to say my order of which one is favourite to least favourite. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. As much as I like him better. And he is a Studio Series figure after all. He does transform a lot more fluidly than Galvatron does. So although I do like this character better than him, I like this figure better. So that has been my review of the Studio Series Voyager class Megatron from 2007 movie. So hope you enjoyed, and check out for new videos soon, and catch you all later.